Problem number 3 says a pan in which to cook a pizza is in the shape of a cylinder. The pan has a diameter of 35 centimeters and a height of 0.5 centimeters. And in part A, they want you to calculate the volume of the pan. So if they want us to find the volume, we need to know what shape we're dealing with. And they tell us the shape of the pan is a cylinder. Okay, and we actually use the volume equation for a cylinder in problem number 1. It's V equals pi r squared h. So we need to know the radius and the height. Well, they tell us the diameter. So to find the radius, we divide that by 2. So the radius is 17.5 centimeters. And the height is 0.5. So we plug those numbers in and we can find the volume. Pi times 17.5 squared times 0.5. Type that right into your calculators. If we round to 3 sig figs, it comes out to be 481 centimeters squared. Cubed. 481 centimeters cubed. It says, a chef had enough pizza dough to exactly fill the pan. The dough was in the shape of a sphere. And they want us to find the radius of the sphere in centimeters correct to 1 decimal place. Now, since now we are dealing with a sphere, and they had exactly enough pizza dough, that means the volume of the sphere has to be the same as the volume of the pan. So the volume of the sphere is 481, but we need to know the volume equation for a sphere to do this problem, and that would be 4/3 pi r cubed. So again, we know the volume. We know the volume has to be the same as the volume of the pan, so we can plug that in for V, and we're going to be solving for R. So 481 equals 4/3 pi r cubed. We need to solve for r. So I would want to get rid of the 4/3 pi first by dividing both sides by that. Now before I even do that on my calculator, I can also write out that to get r by itself, because we still have r to the 3rd power, we need to take the cube root of both sides. So I'm going to take the cube root of all that stuff to get r by itself. And that's what I can type into my calculator. So to get the cube root, you go to the math, and it's option number 4. Alpha y equals, to get the fraction, so 41 over 4/3 times pi, cube root that, and they said they want to correct to 1 decimal, so it's going to be 4.9 centimeters. Moving on, the pizza was cooked in a hot oven. Once taken out of the oven, the pizza was placed in a dining room. Temperature P of the pizza in degrees Celsius can be modeled by that given equation, where A is a constant, T is the time in minutes since the pizza was taken out of the oven. When the pizza was taken out of the oven, its temperature was 230 degrees Celsius. Part C says find the value of A. So they give us the temperature, and it was right when it was taken out. That means that T has to equal 0 in this instant. So what I can do is plug these values into the equation. So I'm going to have 230 equals A times 2.06 to the negative T power, and since T is 0, it's going to be the 0 power plus 19. Anything to the 0 power, again, is 1, so then we would have 230 equals A plus 19. I subtract 19 from both sides, I get A by itself, and A equals 211. Part D, find the temperature that the pizza will be 5 minutes after it was taken out of the oven. So now we plug 5 in for T. So P of 5 will equal 211 times 2.06 to the negative 5th. We can plug that all right into the calculator. Oops, I almost forgot, plus 19. Don't forget that part of the equation. And if we plug that into the calculator and round it to 3 sig figs, it comes out to be 24.7 degrees Celsius.